Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Fort Lauderdale United Show. I'm one half of your co-hosting duo, Brandon Griffin, and with me as always is Mike, almost the home opener Longan. How you doing, man?
Can I first say we're 8 episodes in, and I just love our theme music. Like it just feels so right for this show.
It feels
For
so
the
Fort Lauderdale, right?
yeah, it feels for positivity, and I want to be in a great mood. I'm still a little disappointed that we're not getting this home open this weekend, but
The club's
credit
response has been fantastic.
credit to the org. I know we're gonna get into it, but credit to the organization for a great response. I was actually at an event. I just got back from an event with that team, the other team in professional soccer team in Broward, who pretends that they're in a Miami team, and we were talking to people up there about Florida United and other people excited to go on Sunday to this signing. Excited how the club's reacting. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited. And by the way, we also got a few wins under our belt that we're gonna be talking about. So,
We
what can
absolutely
we
did.
not? How can we not be happy?
Joker, I agree with you. It is the best theme music of any Fort Lauderdale United pod, hands down. 100% agree. I think we're the only one.
I didn't want to say that. I do tell my son he's my favorite kid. I also tell him he's my least favorite kid. It works both ways because he's an only child.
I love it. I love the duality there, and so we are also the best Inter Miami or Fort Lauderdale United pod. We are not the worst though.
I also think you and I do the best Inter Miami pod, so
We do.
You weren't wrong in the first comment.
No, but
let's stick.
Let's stick the team does a podcast. Forgot.
I'm sticking with our statement. I think we're the best one, and let's keep it talking about the only real Broward County professional sports soccer team, football team.
Let's do it.
Which I'll do both.
Yeah, absolutely. So jumping in, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Our home opener, which was supposed to be this Sunday, has been rescheduled. The game itself has been pushed back to December 1st. There was a delay in the final construction stages, so the team did have to push the home opener back. So the actual home opener will be next week, October 6th. So, we were all very disappointed by it. Mike and I were talking privately, just bummed out because we were getting things ready, starting to make plans. Supporters groups were coordinating some stuff behind the scenes. But we woke up this morning, and if you're a season ticket holder, you got either a phone call or an email letting you know that they are doing a makeup event for Sunday. They're offering private tours of the new stadium, meet and greet with the players. There'll be merchandise for sale, and gifts apparently for attending. So if you have not done so already, please make sure to check your email because I don't think you want to miss out on that. It sounds like it's gonna be a really cool event, and good on the team for doing something like this. I'm really impressed by that.
So what I loved about this is everyone has the same idea because you and I both emailed our rep. What's her name? Catherine?
Catherine.
We both emailed at the same time. Our emails cross streams of, hey, will the merch shop be there because we want to buy jerseys? And I was talking to a friend of ours, Rebecca, at this event I attended tonight, and she goes, yeah, I texted my rep to ask if the merch shop was going to be open. So it seemed like everyone's question is already like, hey, can I buy the merch? Can I get the stuff? I am so sick of this scratchy t-shirt too. So I'm really excited. Though I am, as far as I know, my jersey is going to arrive tomorrow, I think.
Mine says it was delayed because of the storm. So I don't have a delivery date. So I'm hoping it's the same time because I checked it this morning before I emailed Catherine, because if it does not get here, then I will have to purchase another one.
Well, I'm buying one.
The team signature.
I'm one regardless because I bought the blue jersey.
And I think I want to get them to sign the white jersey.
They're going to sign the white.
Zach,
That's the thing.
I agree. I had a conversation multiple times with them at the free soccer academies, because on Saturdays they do the free clinics, and they have the merch store open. You actually check in at the team store. And one of the things is they want like your kids to wear like a Fort Lauderdale United shirt. And I told the guy, I'm like, listen, my daughter is 2.5. If you can find a shirt that fits her, I will purchase it, because I bought the camp shirt and it is entirely too big. So hopefully they will be doing something about that, because I guarantee you, um, we are not the only ones with this problem. And with the amount of kids that they have coming out to the clinics, that parents that I've talked to are going to be going to games and stuff with the kids, I expect that to be rectified in the future. If not, then that's completely on them, because they've gotten enough inquiries about it to do it. But
So bad news. Mine is also delayed.
yeah, I figured.
But I have the same thing. Like I bought the blue one for myself at the event. I'll buy the white one for signatures. And anyone listening right now, I'm gonna give you some advice on signatures because I've messed this up. So I am an autograph. Instead of using a negative term, I'm gonna say autograph connoisseur.
Yeah.
And I have many autographs from that other team in Broward. And one thing I've always forgotten to do is write down who autographed the thing, so I can keep track if I've acquired them. Because I have some soccer balls that are signed multiple times. Like one time I was having someone sign, he goes, "I've already signed it." He showed his own autograph. I'm like, that's embarrassing. So I would highly recommend, if you are going to be getting autographs at this event, which you probably will, and having multiple people sign something, keep track of who signed it so that you can eventually get the whole roster. So like have a sheet of paper, a little notepad. Or just take photos at the day, take photos of who signed it, and then you can write it down later. But just lesson learned the hard way.
That's my plan, is to just take pictures as they sign. And that way I don't have to write things down, and you know, that's quicker. Don't hold people up. But I am super excited for it. I'll probably, because originally, I think I've said it multiple times on the show, originally the white jersey, when it was released, it was not doing it for me. But with the seafoam pants and the accents around it, like, that is my favorite jersey. So I think I'll get one of those to sign and hang behind me, and then I will wear the blue one on game days.
For the record, in a previous show, I badmouthed the white and green. I couldn't see it. In the most recent match, don't know if it had better contrast ratio I could see it. I like it. It works for me. I still think I was having this conversation tonight. I still think it's too plain, and I do not like the Nike generic off the shelf. But the way they jazzed it up is cool, and the story behind it, I like. And if I was to have this white jersey signed, I would find a way to get some CFO green in the display case with it. Possibly some matching the socks.
A scarf. That's what I'm going to do, is put a scarf like you have behind you, like your jersey, hang a scarf over the shoulders, not blocking the signatures, but like along the side.
That's an idea. That's a great idea. Assuming they have a seafoam green scarf. I
think they do.
I know they're the blue one, but that's how I would definitely want to jazz it up and get that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we have the best colors in the league, hands down.
We do, but we don't have our
color combo.
There's been a couple interesting Twitter blogs kind of commenting that our kit just isn't popping enough. So I still hope next year, full year chance to kind of do it, that we give it a little more pizzazz.
I think that'll come. I think as a new league and a brand new team, you have to show Nike like you're sticking around.
You do. I'm not saying it's. I believe it'll happen. Plus, listen, they put this entire thing together in 6 months.
Yeah,
we know from firsthand accounts that like MLS
jersey
takes
design
2
is
years.
A full year thing. Yeah,
it's a 2-year thing.
Yeah. Jerseys are already locked in for the next 2 seasons with MLS, and clearly that's not the case with USL Super League. So hopefully that means a little more creativity. I've always liked Nike jerseys a little bit better than Adidas anyway.
Well, I would think that It depends on. Remember, our jerseys we have now are off the shelf. They were just generic designs.
Yeah.
I suspect Nike probably needs a full year because you need the design, you need the legal piece that goes into design as well, and then you need manufacturing to get it out in bulk before the season. So like you're going to need a full year, which means my expectation and assumption is next year's kit is already being designed. Like they're already in the process, very deep in the process, and it probably will take them 2 to 3 years to actually start getting bolds because they need that much time to go there. And obviously, Nike has to evaluate the profitability of the decision.
Oh yeah. Well, I think between the kits that you and I are going to purchase, it's going to be valuable. And when I was there Saturday, they had the kits in the team store, and I saw at least 4 or 5 of them leave the store.
When I was at I don't know the name of the cup, the Miami. I was at some tournament this weekend. The traveling pop up was there. They had the green warm ups.
Yeah,
but not the white and blue kits.
In youth sizes, not toddler sizes, youth sizes, they have the blue warm up top, or the seafoam green warm up top, and then they have a white and a blue jersey exactly the same, but just different colors for kids in those sizes. Because I don't think that the main jersey is going to come in youth sizes.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's good.
They
Nike
look
hasn't
nice.
seen the
They felt
profitability
good
of it yet.
Yeah, they felt good. They looked nice. I think my 5-year-old will fit into one of them, so I might get like an extra small. I think he'll fit into that. But they look nice. And one thing to point out is, like, we're talking about merch. We're kind of getting sidetracked here, but a lot of the Nike shirts that are on the website, you don't know it until you look at them in person. They're dry fit. They are not just t-shirts. Like, I bought the black with the seafoam, like, Fort Lauderdale United spelled out across the chest. That's a dry fit t-shirt. The t-shirt you're wearing, they have a Nike one just like that. I bought that for my wife. Dry fit. Most of the stuff is dry fit.
I'm expecting when we go on Sunday to have some time in the team store, probably spend a little bit too much money, but get some stuff and finally be able to represent, because I have not been able to fully represent yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we are hearing from one of our viewers now. Zach, by the way, Zach is, I don't know what role he has in ECC, but Zach's one of the OG.
He's in the leadership. Yeah.
He's leadership for ECC. He's OG. He's an OG Broward County professional football supporter. Saying there may be a change in kit provider, which, by the way, I would absolutely make sense to me. No, I actually, I was on my drive home tonight, and I was actually thinking, Fort Lauderdale United made a mistake by going Nike. I think embrace, like, new league, rebellious league in a way, embrace that. I would love to see, because I have a love them. I'd love to see Alvin York getting to this league.
Yeah.
It's such an Alvin York league. It's something they could so get behind. I
agree.
I'm just throwing that name out there. By the way, Alvin York's new company is who did our new stickers that we will be handing out on Sunday. So if you see myself, Branton, producer Joe, we will all.
I don't know what producer Joe looks like.
Well, if you see a guy that looks like, if you look at him and go, man, that guy looks like a producer Joe, that guy's going to have some stickers. We'll have between two of us, we'll either be wearing one of the 2 hats you're seeing on the show right now, either a New River Raider hat or Fort Lauderdale United hats. Yeah. We'll be wearing. If you see any of those hats, they have stickers.
The New River's kind of been my go-to. I like it. I love the colors. But yeah, we will have stickers for sure. But yeah, we have exciting stuff to talk about too outside of this event and outside of.
So I have a question, because I don't know the answer. You mentioned that ECC, the supporters groups, had some stuff planned for the first game.
Well, listen, you're in that chat.
I am, but you mentioned it, so I'm running with it. Are we allowed to share any of that? Because I think that's exciting news. The name of the supporter section. I don't know if that's.
We could get into that next episode. We need to clear that.
Yeah,
that's our decision there.
Oh, Zach said no. Zach just said no. I will shut up. That's the reason I was waiting. There. Zach was in here, so I knew I could ask the question. But then, hey guys, you have some excitement coming.
Listen. The home opener is going to be exciting, and that's when things are going to happen, and you will love it. And that's All
It's
you need to
amazing.
know for
So
now.
happy.
That's all you need to know for now. But if you are not already, make sure you're following ECC on social media. You're following New River Raiders on social media. Like, if you're really interested, join both of the groups. It doesn't matter. We're all there to support the team. We're all like one voice, one movement. Like, just get in, support. If you don't want to join a supporters group, just show up at the stadium, have a good time, come hang out with us, because we'll be tailgating for sure. We don't know details on that yet. Hopefully we get some answers this week so we can share those on the next pod, for those interested. But there's going to be a lot of game days for this team. Is not just going to start at kickoff or start shortly before kickoff. Like, the team has plans to do events beforehand to make sure that there's things for fans to do, for families to do before kickoff. And they're really trying to cater to everybody they can to make game days a unique and full experience. And so, make sure you're not just following the supporters group, but also the club if you're not already.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you should be following them.
The club's social media team is on fire. Like, great team. They're putting news out and content out constantly. It really makes it easy to follow them.
I love the training photos. I love the, we'll get into it. The president of USL Super League was at the facility this week. Some really cool pictures and videos from that. Like, the team's doing a fantastic job. So make sure you're following there for your latest news, and hopefully some of the details about game day should start getting released soon. So we're all in the know, and we can make sure that our ladies play for the first time in our home stadium, full of cheering fans and full of support.
And I do hope that at our next show, where we may still not be able to talk about some surprises, we will have some more details that we can share around that. I think one of the reasons, we weren't able to share that about that kind of pre this show, because obviously it's moved, but the information had trickled out. With the extra week, I'm hoping we can get a little more time. Can share maybe even some maps and kind of help prepare people.
Yeah,
because
that's our goal.
New stadium, new location, new team, new tickets, new ticket vendor. Like, there's a lot that's going to go into the first game. And so anything we know, we'll make sure we'll be sharing out.
Yeah, any kind of information we get from the team, official news about game days, like, we'll make sure and push that out either through socials or on here next week. Next week will probably be mainly a game day pod, talking about what you can expect, what the news is from the team, just so we can all be prepared and try and get everybody there as stress-free as possible.
Yeah.
Because with a new club and a new setup like this, like, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be there's going to be the first game hiccups, and if we can help alleviate that, that's what we're going to do. And so we will share that as soon as we can.
And the one final thing, because I'm just keeping you off topic and off your planned script you wrote for us today. We've watched a few of these games of our opponents, and some of those stands have looked downright empty. I know that the team's been very proud of the season ticket sales, but if you are listening to this and you're following it, please get others out there. Let's make this home opener a huge home opener. Like we really should have people there. It's exciting. The team's done an amazing job putting together. We are on a winning streak. Like, for that home opener, big things expected, and we need to be there in full spirit to get our girls going.
Well, on top of what you just mentioned and what we'll talk about, is the league leading scorer is on our team, Addie McCain. She's leading USL Super League in goals with 5. So, we are a good team. We're competitive. It's going to be exciting to watch. The team's putting a lot of effort into not just the stadium, but forming a bond with the community and really creating an environment where, like, they're just ingrained in Fort Lauderdale. And if you're a fan of soccer in Fort Lauderdale, there's no reason for you not to be out there next Sunday. No reason.
Yeah, no, it's not even a shared weekend like this one was. You can't say, like, I can't do 2 professional matches at once. We have the weekend all to ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like it better that way, honestly.
I do too. I do too.
Let our ladies have the spotlight. I love it.
As they should.
They should, absolutely, because they're the only
All right.
team that wants to play in Broward.
And respects Broward.
Exactly. Moving right along, though, let's jump into our latest game, right? We played Lexington, and spoiler alert, it was a 3-1 win. It was fantastic. A strong starting lineup. Addie McCain up top, Jasmine Hamid and Shania Gordon playing kind of like the wingers. Felicia Knox orchestrating things in that cam role, and Raji and Kamani like right there holding midfielders. You had Cameron Brooks on the left as a left like wing back, left back. Adrian Jordan as the right back, and then Vaca and Gaynor holding down center backs, which is the pair that we've seen hold down these games so many times. And it was really good to see Cassette Morshi make her return to the team, because we did see her leave with injury a couple weeks ago. Really glad to see her in the starting lineup. And yeah, we'll jump into it, but initially I think we were talking during the game, and initially we were a little nervous. In the beginning, we gave up was it 4 or 5 close range shots, and I was like, oh man, like this is not looking good. We look a little disjointed, but Cassette really held it down in the goal. And the defense kind of regrouped and then just played like shut down the rest of the game. I don't know what you're.
No, I think this league came together so quickly, right? Like it was basically ladies are in town. Finally, we signed them. They're in town. Just a few weeks later, they were playing. Mm-hmm. And also, we've never played at home. And we've never had a chance to settle. Every week has involved travel, which means you're losing training days to travel. Though I was happy to see, I know they posted a picture that they are traveling what looks like private jet or some kind of small regional
charter jet, something,
but whatever, which is such a step up, because I just think about the WNBA's travel challenges that they had and things of that nature. So we've had to give this team time to click and to gel. And I really think we saw that in this match. And I think the match prior as well, is they're starting to come together. It takes a little bit to get going. But again, when every game's away, there's a reason. Like, away is always harder. And it's not just but it's you don't have a pattern. Your routine. That's the word I'm looking for. You don't have a routine. You're in a foreign locker room, which, by the way, away, some of these, though this week's was at University of Kentucky Stadium, so it's probably decent, but it's just off routine. So I think letting them have those opening minutes struggling shouldn't be a surprise. It's what do we do when we settle? And hey, what we do when we settle is apparently score goals, which is not a bad thing.
And I think the other thing worth pointing out too is, like, as we've seen the team like performance improve, like Coach Ty's been experimenting with the lineup and with the formations, and I think he's finally found a formation that like really works with the players that we have. Because part of the struggle with starting a new team in a new league and assembling all these pieces from whether it be the collegiate ranks or overseas or whatnot is you don't really know how they're going to gel. You don't know what positions are really going to thrive in, and you don't know what the opponents are going to play like. Like, it's not like, like if you go to the Bundesliga, it's going to be super physical. If you go to the EPL, it's going to be a little more tactical. If you go wherever, like, each league has a set identity that it plays with generally. And we don't have that yet. And so trying to figure out what team works best in this league is a challenge. And I think Coach Ty and the rest of the staff have done a fantastic job of putting these ladies in positions to succeed and learning when things do not go well, as they had in the first couple games.
And I think what you're also seeing is the identity. And we talked in a previous show about the USL Super League website and how informative it is. And one of the things you'll see if you play with it a little bit about this match is, and I don't know if we posted the screenshot, there's an average position spot. And we're basically only playing with 2 deep center backs. Everything else is attacking. We are a
Yeah.
very attack-minded team. I do have this weird little worry that Addie McCain and Shania Gordon are kind of playing on top of each other a little bit too much. But like both the average position for Jordan and Brooks is 5 yards south of midfield. Like they are playing
Yeah.
so far forward. They look more like midfielders in this than they do as backs. And we're only playing a 4-man back line, 4-woman back line.
Yeah.
So you're really quickly seeing the identity of this team is we're going to score on you, and you better be prepared because the ball's coming towards you.
Yeah, and I think like kind of to your point where Addie and Gordon are playing like on the same side and kind of overlapping. I think they're doing that because what I was seeing is like Felicia Knox pushing forward and kind of pushing Hamid up further, kind of almost as a second striker, and then kind of playing right behind her. And I think that was like an effort to really like connect the midfield with the forwards because in previous games we were seeing that disconnection. We were seeing like that pass from the midfield just being a hair too early or a hair too late. And I think that's in an effort to kind of keep the midfield closer to the forwards so that until we get that full chemistry, which is going to take a couple more games still to know where, what foot Addie McCain likes it on or where Shania Gordon likes it or things like that. I think it's trying to bridge that gap a little bit and let us grow into the way we want to play. And I think we're doing a great job because Lexington is a decent team. Like they're not bad. They had quite a few moments where I thought they could have scored on us, and just the way the defense held things down. Vaca and Gaynor back there, like those two are like my rocks now. Like if they're back there, I'm not worried. Um, and Cameron Brooks, she played fantastic this game. I thought she really both in the offense and the defense. I think she was kind of like the unsung hero of the game.
Well, I'll tell you where my fear is right now. And you're gonna tell me, Mike, you're looking way too far forward. I've called enough games with you. We're really having such competitive and athletic wingbacks play is our expectation. And one interesting fact with this league is it kind of follows the European calendar, which means we're playing winter games. And our wingbacks that can play athletic now in heat and continue to train in heat. I wonder what this looks like when we go up and play in 30-degree weather and the ladies are breathing in cold, dry air versus hot, warm air. And can we stay this athletic and this aggressive in the later months of the year and the beginning of the new
Yeah.
year? And it's, again, way far forward, but it's just, I'm curious to see how this team adapts when we have to leave the comfort zone, because frankly, the entire country is hot and for the most part humid where they're playing.
Yeah.
That will change over the next few months.
Yeah, I mean, like, thank God we got that road trip to Spokane out of the way early.
Yeah.
Spokane in another month is going to be a nightmare. But,
well, I'm just thinking
that's a good point.
of DC and Brooklyn in the winter. Those are going to be completely different matches.
Even Dallas. It gets pretty cold in Texas.
Yeah, it does.
Too.
I mean, it does snow there. It's been getting snow yearly or close to yearly. So like some of those matches are going to be real interesting in the later months. It's going to work in our favor during home matches, right? Like all of a sudden it's going to be 70 degrees and our opponents are not going to be used to it and they're going to be sweating and our ladies are going to be fine. But it's going to work both ways. So I think that's going to be interesting.
I think that helps us in the first half of the season in particular because we started off with such a long road schedule while the stadium was getting completed. And so we're going to have more home games now in the second part of the season now, or the second quarter of the season. We'll have some more home games, and especially like you look at the game that got moved from this weekend, that's December 1st now. So, that's just another home game in that time span that you're talking about. And, I think that helps. I think it also, I don't know, the last couple of years it's been getting a little chillier down here in the winter than it has in past years. So maybe that helps us too. But Definitely something to keep an eye out for on those road trips because if we're playing in the snow, I don't know how well we fare for that.
Yeah, and again, I'm getting way ahead, but I'm just as
Yeah.
you're saying, like we're starting to see this team's identity. I'm just curious how it continues to adjust throughout it. Now, here's the good news. This is a fun identity. This is
Oh
not
yeah.
going to be a boring identity, a boring team to watch. It never will be. It's going to be very fun. And frankly, I like watching fun football. I don't like sitting there. I always think of the
Yeah.
generic The Simpsons episode when Springfield got a soccer team, and it's he passed the ball. He passed the ball. He passed it
Yeah.
again. I don't think you're going to see a team that is much more aggressively attacking, which is good.
No. Yeah. I'm all about attacking football. I love it. Even though I played defense, defensive mid, I like watching attacking football now. That's what I want to see, and I like the aggression that we're seeing from the team. And I like that we don't. It's not just who's on the starting 11 that can come in and play well and score goals. Um, Addie McCain stole the show this game, netted all three goals for us. First hat trick in club history. I mean, her name will forever be etched in this team's history.
Okay, throw this out there. Speaking of great opportunities for signatures, a Fort Lauderdale hat signed by Addie McCain. One signature, Addie McCain first hat trick on a hat.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. That would be pretty cool.
Bring a big book bag with you on Sunday because you're going to be buying a lot of stuff that you're going to need signed.
The problem is I'm going to have the kids or at least two of the kids with me. So
no, that's perfect. Get them little book bags and they can be pack mules.
There you go. Now we're talking the TJ lifestyle.
Okay. Funny story. Random. Team up north. We've a couple of players we got to know real well. I happened to see one of them, Robbie Taylor, today. And I mentioned, my son's always been the kid that's always there that I've always talked to. I'm like, yeah, that kid. Oh, tell him I said hi. The players remember
Robbie
you.
Taylor.
He's such a good guy.
He is.
He's apparently off topic. The club has told him he can't ride his bike to the games anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I told him, well, he almost ran over my son one time, so I understand.
Oh, well. Yeah, there's that.
All right, let's get back to this team. The only real team in Broward.
Yeah. And the Addie McCain show. God, she was fantastic in that forward role. And it wasn't a role I expected her to play coming into the season. I thought she played more of a attacking mid type role, but absolutely fantastic. The team came together. Just I don't know, man. I feel like the team's very close knit. Like we're seeing some good chemistry building. Like it just feels like a good culture, a good all around.
I don't want to get ahead of myself because I think the interactions have been limited, but it does feel like it's working.
Yeah.
And I feel like the from the coach on down, it's working. The expectations are being set. It's the teams likes it. They're gelling. I just, me and the phrase culture. I'm not willing to use the phrase culture just yet.
Yeah. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing from the team. I like that whether it's the training pictures, whether it's and I get it's all marketing, but no matter what
No,
it
their
is, the
market.
team
Listen,
seems
I
on
have
point.
on multiple occasions talked to girls soccer teams around here. My
Yeah.
friends are on there. Oh, Fort Lauderdale United was our practice session. Fort Lauderdale was here. They had the players here signing stuff. Like they are really, really killing it with call it marketing, but just
Yeah.
fan thing. Now the
Community
bad news
engagement.
is,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure their billboard on 595 got destroyed today. I was driving down 595 and almost every billboard had completely been ripped down. So I guess we'll see tomorrow if it's still standing, which sucks. That does impact your community engagement. But besides that, it's really good.
Yeah. Oh, listen, like speaking of people that are impressed with the team and around the team, I had to throw this in there. President of USL was hanging out by the team. She came down. She was here yesterday. She was hanging out with the team, attended practice, got the tour of the stadium. In previous games, we've seen her in attendance, hugging the players as they came out, like for games and practices, and like really engaged. And there she is getting a an Addie McCain autograph on the Addie McCain jersey, which is freaking awesome. And taking the selfie at the same time. You know, when you're stuck with Don Garber as your leader of MLS, to see a president like all in on this and visiting the teams and actually like spending time interacting with the players, interacting with the club. I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic and it's really cool to see. Um, the team put out a lot more than just this. There's videos and stuff. Highly recommend taking a look because it's just a cool interaction. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think first off, I don't know the woman's name. I'm gonna be honest, but power to her because the league seems to be going forward.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, unfortunately, this little stadium snafu is like one of the bigger screw ups. And you know what? That's not that big a deal because the league was smart. The team was smart enough to handle it in a way that the fans are walking away satisfied. Right. Like,
Well,
I think that was one of the things you and I talked about when we first got the news. Like, how does the team fix this? How does the team, and I think you even told me they don't have to, I'm like, no, they really do need to do something.
no, I didn't tell you they don't have to fix it. I said there was a plan.
Yeah, but I think you also kind of said the team doesn't know us anything. I feel like that was one of your statements. That feels like a Branton
Uh,
line.
I
I
don't
think
think
so.
I've said that about any of the teams that we support.
Okay. Maybe I
I
imagined
don't
it.
think I said
But
that.
again, the team was smart enough. The women are all planning to be doing this, have their Sunday night booked anyway. Do a little fan interaction, do a little event. Uh, not costing the team really any money because they already spent the money's already spent,
Yeah.
and they'll probably have concessions open. They're probably going to sell a crap ton of merchandise.
Yeah.
And
I
as
think it's a
fans,
good like dry run event, and I think that's what
yeah,
they're using it for. And honestly, I have the feeling because this event is at the stadium, I have the feeling that the game was delayed out of caution because they were not sure if something was going to come through by then. And I think it did. And that's why they're having the event at the stadium.
I'm not going to question that. There's also a difference between putting a ton of people in the stands and having them come interact. Like, things are always
Yeah,
different too.
no, there's definitely a
Yeah.
difference. And I'm not saying there's not, but like if you look at the pictures and the videos that are available in the stadium like now, it looks pretty it's done. Like I don't see any other construction going on. Um
Maybe I need to get my belief. Maybe I'll have my belief flag with me. I'll bring a little one of my piped belief flags.
well, that'd be cool to get the
Good.
flag signed by the entire team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Problem. I have two. One is my backdrop.
That's the
And
one
one
you
is
get
for the game.
signed.
I guess that is the one I get signed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because listen, no one's
Great
going to tell
idea.
you to remove the Drake Calendar Pride jersey that you have there or the 9/11 jersey that you have
Well,
there.
one of these jerseys, no, one of these jerseys is coming down. One of these jerseys behind me will be, I'm going to end up having one team from Broward and one team that plays in Broward behind me.
Oh,
And so I don't know which one quite yet.
well,
We'll see.
if
I do
you're
love my
struggling to
calendar.
decide.
These are tough decisions, but I think I'm up to the challenge.
Yeah. Yep, that's it, Zach. 100%. That's what I suspect as well. They're waiting for those certificates of occupancy, and I think with the storm coming through, I think they delayed because you never know, like if city officials are going to work or not work or what happens. So that's my suspicion. I have no confirmation. I don't know anything about that. That's just my guess too.
So what else we got on the show, my friend? We have a winning team. We have a happy team.
Well,
team that
I know
supports.
how much you love power rankings, so I included the power rankings for week 6.
What's
And
Brinks
who is
Tires?
that's the sponsor.
Okay, well, who are they? I've never heard of Brinks Tires.
I don't know.
This company
But
is Brinks Tires.
yeah. This is directly from USL's tweet, so it's their
Hey,
sponsor.
listen, this
So
sponsor, this worked because now I am looking up this sponsor's information. It's a Chinese tire manufacturer. Never heard of them.
yeah, so not only power rankings, but this is the standings for the league. And we're up in number 2. We're in the second spot after, kind of struggling out of the gate in the first 2 games. We played all right against Spokane. We really just struggled against Carolina. And then wins in the last 2 games. We're up to second. And just like we were talking about the team putting out awesome stuff for social media, this is pictures from training from, I think, yesterday. The team getting ready and keeping loose, even though they're not playing this weekend, they're still putting in the work, and they're still getting ready to make sure we open our new stadium with a win.
I think these, and I do like power rankings. I
Well, these are
struggle with these.
standings. I didn't mean
Oh,
power. I
I thought you
misspoke.
put
This is the standings.
okay. That makes more sense because
I misspoke.
but your standings aren't right.
This is the week 6 standings.
I'm looking at the live standings right now. Brooklyn is sitting at 6 points.
We're still second.
We are still second. So the standings I have in front of me are Carolina first, Fort Lauderdale second, Brooklyn third with 2 wins and a draw. So I think Makers are a week out because they have 7 points, not 4. Dallas in fourth, Tampa in fifth. Dallas and Tampa both sitting on 5 points.
You know what it is? Brooklyn played Wednesday. Brooklyn and Dallas played Wednesday.
There you
they
go.
played last night.
There we go.
That's where the difference is. Technically, those results are for week 7.
So really, you see Carolina's top of the pot, right? 3 wins and a draw. I would like to play them again. I'm looking forward to us playing them again because I think we are not the same team. Home or away, I'm not as concerned. I just think we're not the same team. We're a little more ready for that game.
Yeah.
I think the first time we played them, we just weren't there yet. I think it'll be interesting. I think right now does seem like there's a decent amount of parity. I think 1 through 6, from 5 to 10 points, but all but 2 teams have wins already. Lots of draws in the league. Really, Lexington's the only one that really feels odd man out. DC as well. And unfortunately, that's our 2 of our wins. So
I'm still taking it, Mike.
I'm not. Listen, you know me. I am not a rah. Look at these wins. Let's jump on the bandwagon. I am a negative person when it comes to sports.
That's why we work.
Most other things in life I'm very positive about, but with sports teams, like
that's true.
Like that's a lot. I just don't jump into it, and I look forward. It's a little bit more into it, but right now with the way we're gelling, I don't think it's a real concern. But I'm looking forward to finally getting our first top of the table win, which frankly should have been this weekend, but it'll be next weekend because next week we're playing Brooklyn, right?
Yes, we were supposed to play Dallas.
Now we're playing Brooklyn, so it's a good chance against the top of the team in the top half of the table, and a chance for us to show what we can do.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though is DC is the only team that's played 5 games and they have 2 points. That's pretty sad.
But let's see who they've played. So they've played.
I think
Carolina,
yeah,
Dallas, Tampa, us, and Spokane. So go back. They're really playing most of the top. They've played all the top of the table.
Oh, that's
right?
true. They played the top outside of. They're missing one. Dallas.
Tampa.
I don't think they played Dallas.
So no, they did play Dallas. Did I just see that?
I thought you said Tampa.
No, they played. First game was Carolina. Second game was
Yeah.
Tampa. Third game was Dallas. Fourth game was DC. I'm sorry, was us. And then they just played on a short week. Not short week. They played Spokane. So they've played the entire top of the table
Oh,
and have struggled a little bit. Let's
yeah.
now give them a chance to we need to get the chance to run the table and show that we're better. But I think we are.
I
Just
do too.
what we did. Comparatively, just using them as a comparison, DC, they lost 1-0 to Spokane. They tied Dallas 1-1. They tied Tampa 0-0, and Carolina only beat them 1-0. So their actual worst loss right now is against us.
Yeah.
So again, we're looking very, very strong.
Yeah, I agree. And so, we'll no game to preview this week. So so we went a little off the rails tonight, but we'll be back next week with a full preview and hopefully a little bit of guidance for the home opener. And hopefully we'll have some information we can share with all you fans and make your transition to in-game or in-stadium experiences easier.
I just want to say for those listening for the first time, and thank you very much for listening. If you are listening first time, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Part of this show will always be the season ticket holder experience. That is very important to Brant and I. So, while we went off the rails, that's kind of the rails we're going to always go off on. There's always going to be those weird, crazy little tangents where we just go and mention a 1980s TV show you've probably never heard of, but we will spend time on that season ticket holder experience because we are season ticket holders. We do not consider ourselves journalists. We are content creators.
We don't want to
in
be
the
journalists
space.
either.
No, we don't want to be journalists because journalists can't wear colors to matches, and I will always wear colors to matches, hands down. I also always drink at a match and enjoy myself and get a little rowdy, and you're not supposed to do that as journalists either. So we are content creators in the soccer footy space. We love this team. We've been from the day it was announced. We've been on the boat, and so our tangents will always be tangents to the fans and the season ticket holders.
Yeah, always, and we want to represent the voice of the fan. We want to present things from a fan's point of view. We, like Mike said, we're not journalists. We're not professional, commentators. Like, we're going to tell you what we see, and we're also going to try and help and support the community that the team is building around it. And so that's really our goal. And we're happy to have you along for the ride. And if there's anything we can ever help with, or if there's something that we need to know around the team that we can lend a mouthpiece to, reach out. We're here. We're here for the fans. We're here for the team. We're here for the community. We just want to support this amazing team any way we can.
Because we believe.
Yeah, we do believe.
My flag's not as visible today, but we believe.
We do. And on that note, thank you guys for listening. Like Mike said, like and subscribe, share with your friends. Let's use this weekend to rest up and prepare for what's going to be an amazing home opener next week. So thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys in the next one.